to the benefit of adjusting some of the criteria in the board's proposal. The association feels that these new criteria would not only offer some nice incentives to the wonderful faculty who have dedicated many years of service to this district, but also would provide a means of saving a significant amount of money for the district, something that's obviously very critical at this time. So I'll bring copies of those figures to you, and I appreciate your consideration.
Thank you, Rachel. We'll now move into the hearing of the citizens.
Desiree Muir, followed by Mary Rage.
My name is Desiree Muir. I live in St. Clair Township. I'm a 7 and a 3-year-old. I want to know how you are going to make this district more appealing to me and other parents who stay and for people to move into. Right now, our district is not appealing. Some of us live 20 miles from the Middle High School. We mentioned about cutting kindergarten to half a day. I did talk to Dr. Odom about this. She told me that this is something that she would not recommend. How do you, the board members, feel about this? Mr. Mayor, would you like to comment on this?
I would concur with Dr. Odom. That would not be my recommendation. However, I think it's important for this board to look at every area within this budget, to look at what we believe will be the most sound educationally and most fiscally responsible thing to do for the taxpayers of our community. Personally, I am not in favor of reducing kindergarten to half day. However, if we are faced several months down the road with a significant deficit as we are sitting here tonight, then unfortunately that's something that I will have to consider. But as we sit here tonight, that would not be my recommendation.
Okay, thank you. Also, some of our neighboring districts have a district-sponsored pre-K program. Another reason for people not to move into our district. The last reason why our district is not appealing is a tax increase that is about to happen. So I'm asking, as a parent and a taxpayer, together, let's make this district a district people want to stay and move into. Thank you.
Thank you. Mary Rage, followed by Kristen Teeter.
The Lincoln Valley School District's policy number 312 addresses the evaluation of the superintendent by the school board. It states that there should be regular periodic evaluation of the superintendent's performance, in that it is the board's responsibility. In addition to that policy, Dr. Oldham's contract states that both parties agree that a regular annual formal assessment of performance shall be conducted. But according to our recent right to know asking for the dates of the evaluation performed by the school district, there is no formal evaluation of Dr. Oldham, not even one. Dr. Oldham has been employed since July of 2008, and you have shirked your responsibility of the evaluation process, which the school board put into place and is in her contract. Maybe you feel that Dr. Oldham has no room for improvement and refinement at the execution of her responsibilities, thus ignoring the evaluation process. Or is it because you have difficulty in identifying the weaknesses and the construction of a course of action that will assist Dr. Oldham to serve all the students in this district? Allow me to offer you some suggestions. A weakness would be that since Dr. Oldham's employment, the attendance of this district has dropped by 234 students. This great loss of student population creates a ripple effect of loss of daily average membership subsidies, federal food monies, and even bus reimbursement subsidies. Another weakness you can focus upon is that under her watch, a $1.2 million cyber school expenditure has occurred, thus creating a huge void. Add to that her misrepresentation of numbers to the public, such as cyber numbers, enrollment numbers, and cost for materials. For the last 2 months, you allowed Dr. Oldham to discuss a new reading program at a cost of $300,000. the superintendent on the clarity of identifying the titles of educational programs, which she referred to tonight without that name again. You could also add the plagiarized logo, which Dr. Oldham did not research before adoption, and was so proud to have selected for this district without doing her homework. You could rate her on her choice of words by not speaking what she means. Oh yes, let us not forget the misspoken written statements on the Mellon Foundation and the Dear Granted report. I would consider clear and concise writing and the ability to answer questions without misspeaking would be qualities of a highly expected of a superintendent. Or could be the violation of the rules of the Pennsylvania School Code by bringing in Steve Dunn within the first 2 months of her employment without a contract during the first year. The remaining contract signed only by her and allowing services to be paid with no board approval during the first year. Mrs. Hutchinson, you stated you trust administrators to do what's right. Why did you not question and research Dr. Oldham's acceptance of Steve Dunn? Finally, as I studied Dr. Oldham's contract, I came across an amendment added to her contract 4 months after the beginning of her employment, dated October 2008, which stated that her work year would consist of 240 days. What comes as no surprise, another contract not signed by the board or business manager. I then became curious why such an amendment was needed. I discovered that administrators are contracted by the district for 12 months, which is equal to 247 days. Thus, Dr. Oldham, who's the head of this district, is employed 7 days less than the other administrators under her. Odd that the person in charge isn't at the head of the helm as many days as the rest of the administrators. In essence, what really occurred is that Dr. Oldham received a pay increase because she currently works less days at the same amount of pay. Her per diem rate increased. Mr. Taylor, Mr. Robinson, and Mr. Mayor, you gave her a raise under our noses. I asked, would the district's financial and PR problems been prevented by the use of the evaluation process had you not given Dr. Oldham a free rein with policies, curriculum choices, and the spending of monies in this district? And may I ask, did Dr. Oldham agree to work 7 days more according to her original salary as her contribution to the budget costs?
Thank you, Mrs. Wright. Kristen Teeter, followed by Kevin McLaughlin.
I just have a couple quick questions. So there's some discussion going on about moving like a vice principal back to a teaching position and possibly a guidance counselor. Do their wages go back to teacher wages, or how is their contract set up? Are they still getting paid the same?
I'm investigating that with PSBA.
Okay, and on your elementary computer, on your budget cut, now, if you're getting rid of that computer teacher, does that mean you are getting rid of all computer courses or K through 5?
No, the regular classroom teacher will be responsible for computer instruction in 3rd through 5th grade. I'm sorry, 3rd through 8th grade, actually.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kevin McLaughlin, followed by Ed Sutter.
Thank you. Since you never answer my questions anyway, I would ask that you not interrupt me for the entire 5-minute allotment of my time so you can hear my concerns. On the budget proposals we were handed this evening showing the millage history, please do your research for the 1994 and 2002 increases in taxes. I believe you'll find one was a building expansion and the other one was a major increase in health care. Once again, smoking mirrors and not giving the whole truth. It has been 15 months since you had the public hearing, for the closure of the Laurel Valley High School. How is that working out for the district? The proof is in the pudding, so to speak. Longer bus rides, kids leaving the district in droves, taxes increasing, and larger class sizes. Now that's better education, Buzzy. The budget back prior to closing was approximately $25.5 billion, and our district was not in turmoil. Now, less than a year and a half later,